Hey everybody, welcome to this week's stream talking about sneak peek number 3 for the Erin Condren Insider, the Erin Condren LifePlanner launch. Sorry I'm a little scattered. I was just dealing with some technical difficulties that decided to come up at the very last minute, but that's okay. We're still going to talk about planners, and I have this little cutie with me to make up for it. Yeah, I'm dog sitting again today. And then, of course, Coco shows up right on cue. So I am very excited for today's stream. We have some information about accessories, as well as the embargo has been lifted today, which means that I can answer questions. I can answer your questions about the LifePlanner launch that I haven't been able to answer for the past few days since there was an affiliate town hall last week. So there have been a couple things I haven't been able to say. Now I can say them. Throughout this whole thing, please do leave your comments in the chat. I want to know what you're thinking as I'm going along, but I probably won't look too much at the chat until after I get through what I want to say, because I want this to be as rewatchable as possible. As always, I want to duplicate the experience of having this pre-recorded as close to possible for the people that can't make it live, since I have pre-recorded them in the past. A couple of more things. First off, I do want to let you know we're going to be doing another stream on Thursday, and on Thursday we are going to be going through all of my notes from the affiliate town hall. There's some stuff that they talked about the process and things like that I probably won't get to today regardless, and then other information that if it just doesn't come up, I won't talk about. But we're going to discuss that on Thursday. That's going to be at 2:30 p.m. Pacific, the same time that I'm doing this here. As always, there will be a replay if you can't make it live. And then I am also going to be showcasing some pictures that affiliates that did get the preview copies have taken in stills from screenshots. I'm currently working with one gal. I plan to show it today, but life got crazy even before I had the technical difficulties. So I'm so sorry. I had to make a couple of last minute changes. I literally have my lunch sitting right here with 3 bites out of it, maybe 4, but I probably won't be snacking on it too much. But anyway, sorry for the ramble. Thank you everyone for being here, by the way, and let's go ahead and get into this. Alrighty. So I think this screen share should be working. Again, I had to make a couple of last minute changes. There we go. Okay, so this obviously is the page that we are used to seeing every week. And of course, we are gonna have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to get the information that we are looking at. So last week, just to recap, we got information about what layouts were gonna be available in what sizes, and what binding format. We haven't heard anything about softbound, by the way. That came up. I forget if it was in the comments or in the chat, but softbound has come up. As far as I know, we haven't gotten any information about softbound, just the spiral and the ring and binder agenda stuff. I kind of count that in the same category, even though they're called different things. And then we learned about the new compact vertical layout, which I have to say is growing on me. I'm still not a complete fan, but I think I'm going to give it a try because I do like the idea of having something smaller. So this week, the first thing that they've announced is new covers. So we always get interchangeable covers for the Erin Condren LifePlanners every year. I don't think I have a picture that I can show you guys, but they also have vegan leather covers that are not detachable. And if I remember correctly, they might be related to this year's theme. Let me see if I can come up with the document that has that information. Erin Condren did put together a little affiliate catalog that has a lot of this info in it about the different items that are being offered, but I'm not allowed to distribute it or show it, so I can look at it and answer questions from it, including prices and things like that, but I'm not allowed to show it. I specifically asked for you guys. I'm sorry. I have to respect their wishes. I mean, gotta stay in good with Erin Condren if you're going to be talking about Erin Condren and want to work with them, right? So, and of course now I'm like not seeing it, but I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that there was a vegan leather cover that's coming out. Maybe that was from the town hall. I forget. If there's a moment where I can look at it during this, I will. But regardless, we have a couple of new snapping covers. So we've already seen the ones for the new themes, of course. We've seen Harmony, both colorful and neutral. We've seen In Bloom. We've seen color blends. And here, it looks like this is a quote one for In Bloom that we're seeing. It looks like, this is one with rainbow stripes. I love how, because the colors are similar throughout both of the colorful options, color blends and Harmony colorful, they can have like those same colors they're going to pick up. Maybe this is more of like a technical thing, but when you have a bunch of different colors that you're putting in images, you have to make sure that you're staying not in the same tone family, but like they're two very different pinks. And if you like put them together, they don't necessarily match, if that makes sense. But because they've kind of standardized all their colors across their line, especially in the colorful options, that's not an issue. So something like this, where it's not necessarily pulling the exact colors, are still close enough because they're pulling off of those standardized ones. I hope that makes sense. And then of course, we also have this absolutely gorgeous tropical leaf one. And I'm usually not one for like green or tropical, but I actually really like that one. We'll see if it happens. It might be good for the summer. And then there's just this fun cheetah print one. Let me see what they're saying here. From interchangeable covers that allow you to mix and match designs to permanent vegan leather options. Okay, I was right. I should have just read the text. In beautiful prints, personalize a stunning cover for your new planner. In case I forgot to mention it a minute ago, the vegan leather covers are not interchangeable or removable. I'm guessing you could put an interchangeable cover over it if you wanted to cover it up, but you can't just take it off like you can the interchangeable covers. They are coiled into the coiled planners. So just know that going into this. I'm just kind of looking up at my screen, trying to stay conscious of making sure everything is in frame. As you can see, I kind of changed my layout for the screen shares so that hopefully my head is not blocking as much of it. And by the way, thank you to everybody who were here with me Saturday night for the impromptu stream where we hung out and we just kind of tested some things. I was really appreciative that you guys hung out with me for so long, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you. I might have to start doing more Saturday streams just to give like a different time option, because I know that the times that work for me during the week might not work for everybody else between time zones and work and things like that. So let me know if that is something that you might be interested in. Okay. I'll try to be quick. My current plan going forward is to have like constant streams that are always going to happen on Mondays and Thursdays at 2:30 p.m. Pacific, and those are going to be a little bit more structured, and then like a Saturday evening stream that's going to be kind of more casual and relaxed. I'm still working out the details, but let me know if you have any feedback on that, or any different kind of streams that you would like to see. I would love to dig into all sorts of different planners, not just Erin Condren, but obviously we're focusing on Erin Condren right now because it's Erin Condren release time, right? So the next thing we get to look at is gifts with purchase. Erin Condren has been doing this for several years, where if you purchase during the initial launch window, they have exclusive freebies. And one thing they did mention in the town hall is that these freebies are always exclusive to this LifePlanner launch gift with purchase period. So these are not things that you're going to be able to buy individually on the Erin Condren website, which is good and bad, of course. You know, it's good, you know, it's cool to get something exclusive, especially if you're going to be purchasing early anyway. But if you aren't purchasing early for one reason or another, it's kind of a bummer if you see one of these things that you really like and you can't get it. So these are also while supplies last. They've done this a few times. There was a little hullabaloo that I was involved in that, like, I was annoyed a couple of years ago when I missed one of them. So these are while supplies last. If you are in love with one of them, make sure you get it early. So Erin Condren insiders get a little bit more than your, like, quote unquote normal shoppers who are not Erin Condren insiders. if you have an Erin Condren Insider account, you probably, or sorry, if you have an Erin Condren account, you're probably already an insider. But just go to the Erin Condren website, and here, let me scroll up to the top. Oh, I'm still signed in. If you go to my account and rewards, I believe you'll be able to confirm it there. If not, go to summary. I don't want to click on any of them now because I don't want to log in and inadvertently reveal any of my personal details. But if you have questions about how to check, let me know. Things have changed since I did my video on it a couple years ago. So if there are a lot of questions, I can go over it on Thursday. Insiders can either choose between this reusable bag with the harmony patterns on the front or this In Bloom sticky notepad page marker. I think that's what this is. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So Erin Condren insiders can choose between this and this. I'm probably going to go with this just because I already have a lot of reusable bags and I usually do curbside pickup anyway. So I am not in need of as many reusable bags as somebody who always goes into stores. Anyway, I usually just tell them, load it in my trunk, and I just reuse Target plastic bags a lot of the time, honestly. So I'll probably go for the sticky notes, but it is nice that they're having another option if for some reason you're not a sticky note person. I also love this whole little to do and today on the sticky note. I think that makes things really flexible, especially if you are the kind of person that likes to move your to-dos around, which I do, or if it's something that you think you want to get done today, but you know that there's a decent chance it might not happen for one reason or another. That is really cool. And then there's this important one, and we haven't seen anything about dashboards yet. That's one thing I'm actually really curious about. Haven't seen any pictures of the monthly dashboards. I'm wondering if those got taken away this year. I haven't had a chance to look at other affiliates' videos and pictures yet to see if that is the case. So that's something I'll cover on Thursday once I have more time to do research. But if this important sticky note fit in the dashboard, I thought that would be absolutely wonderful and perfect. The other thing, if you are a rose gold member, so I forget exactly what the amounts are to reach it, but basically Erin Condren insiders, there are 3 different levels. I'm trying to pull it up right now. So you start out as just a normal insider, and then you spend a certain amount. I want to say it's $300 or something like that. And then you get the next up. I want to say it's platinum or gold or something like that. Again, let me just go ahead and check because I should have been prepared. And then if you spend even more, then you get promoted to rose gold. And as I'm thinking about this literally right now, I feel like I'm mixing up this rewards program with the Sephora rewards program because I worked it there several years ago. And I feel like I am mixing them up. So I'm trying not to inadvertently give you bad info or something like that. All right, come on. Okay, so if you spend $0 to $199 in a calendar year, you're a normal EC insider. If you spend $200 to $499, then you get turquoise. So EC insider and turquoise EC insider get the choice between the other 2 that we talked about, this one and this one. And then if you spend more than $500 in a year, then you get to be rose gold, and then you get this in addition. I'm glad I looked that up because my numbers were completely off. Thank you for hanging with me while I did that little bit of research there. You can look at this by going into your account by on the Erin Condren website, signing in. And then at the top, if you go to click on my account and then rewards, and then just go to the summary page and you can see what everything is there. You can also see how many points you have, because if you're not aware, if you're an Erin Condren insider, every purchase you make earns you points, and you can redeem those points for coupons essentially, which is very, very cool. So get some money off your next Erin Condren purchase. Speaking of coupons, a couple of important announcements that I want to make. So, sorry, I don't have it super handy. If anybody still has the little packet that came with last year's planner, I really shouldn't have put that on stream. Oh my God, I just foiled my coupon, gave my coupon code away. Oops. Please don't use it. If you still have it, you get 20% off because it doesn't expire until the end of April. Please be nice to me. So yeah, that was great. Hopefully I have another one floating around because I think I got a couple planners last year. Or if you don't have that, either because you didn't get a planner last year or because you recycled it or something like that, I'm even surprised I have this one floating around. There is actually a thing that Erin Condren is doing right now where they're trying to get everybody on their text list, and they're giving 15% off by doing that. I'm pretty sure I put a link for that in the description so you guys could go ahead and click on it. I did try to make that an affiliate link. I don't know if it worked, but even if it is, it won't cost you anything. I just get a little bit of a kickback if you use it and then end up making a purchase. And that's actually a really great way to support me and this channel if you have been enjoying this Erin Condren coverage and all of the planner talking geekery. I do really appreciate it. It's definitely not required. Other great ways to support me and this channel is to give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't like it. YouTube doesn't care if you give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. They still count it as engagement. The other thing you can do to support me in this channel is to subscribe. You can even hit the notification bell to make sure you get notified when I go live. And you can leave a comment either in the chat if you're here live or in the comments down below. I will say, as much as I love you guys being here live and chatting, and I definitely encourage you to do that, the comments kind of like live forever, whereas the chat, like you can see the chat replay, but it's harder to like interact after the fact. So if you have anything that you want to say for like the whole world to hear, it's better to put it in the comments. All right, and then all of that being said, after that tangent, I should be like the queen of tangents. I'm sure somebody else is. This is what everybody gets. And it's a little bit hard to see what it is from these pictures, or at least it was from me starting out, but it is so cool once you figure out what it is. So it is a metal bookmark. And then it is a little sticky note, like page flag dispenser. You can see these. Isn't that so cool? Oh my God. The only downside is that because it does have the page flag dispenser in it, whoa, I hope everyone's okay. Because it has the page flag dispenser in it, it is a little thicker. So if you do close your planner, you will get a little bit of a bulge. That might be an issue for some people or not for others, but you know, you could keep it on the cover of your planner. You could keep it somewhere else. I feel like there are a lot of different options, and this is really great. Not only here, like, you know, someone's using it to block out a time. I love that it fits perfectly, at least in this version of the daily spread for the hourly. I hope it does fit very nicely in the 7x9 hourly as well. I think that would be absolutely perfect. But these are great if you don't have like snap-in bookmarks and want to be able to flip all over. I don't know. I just think this is amazing. You guys know I love the snap-in bookmarks and other sorts of bookmarks, so I'm just like all over this. As you guys might know, if I use like dangly bookmarks and things like that, my cats will get into it and get everywhere. I've like literally had to tape bookmarks that come in the back of notebooks down so that my cats don't try to play with them. So I just love bookmarks like this that are still perfectly functional, still really cute, but can also be, but don't have the dangly things, because while they're cute, they are not functional for me personally. So these are the early access gifts with purchase. Again, these are limited while supplies last. In the past years, the one for Erin Condren Insiders has gone, I want to say, either within the first day or like by the second day. So like if you're really wanting any of the ones for the Erin Condren Insiders, whether it's the tote bag or the sticky note set or this one, make sure you make your purchase early. The planners are going live on the 25th of April. There's not a specific set date yet, so we don't know, or not a specific date. There's not a specific time yet, so I can't say, oh, it's going live at 1 a.m. or 10 a.m. or anything like that. In the past, they've done both. They've had it where like sometime really late at night, I don't know if it was exactly midnight or 1 a.m., it has gone live for anybody who cared to look, and then they didn't send the emails out until the morning. A few years ago, if you went to the website and clicked on it on the EC Insider Early Access Day, you couldn't get to it. The only way you could get it is by going through the email, and you had to wait for that. They've also had it where it was just available, and they've released it at like 8 or 9 a.m. or something like that. Obviously, time zones change. I don't know the times, but I will be doing a shop with me next week. I can virtually guarantee it will be released by 2:30 p.m. Pacific on Monday, April 25th. So definitely come back for that shop with me. And then if I'm up and functional whenever they end up actually pressing the button to go live, or within a couple of hours, I might do like a little impromptu, like, hey, let's drool all over the website and see what's here real fast stream, just to say hi. So watch out for that. Another good reason to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Again, no worries. Yay, self-promotion. But really, interaction on YouTube videos means so much to creators, not only myself, but everybody. So like, that's why we keep saying like, thumbs up, hit the notification bell, subscribe, because like it really does a lot. It can be hard to be found on YouTube these days, and our audiences saying that they like the content that we're making really helps. Okay, so next, let's get to the accessories. Yes, this is like, I feel like the big, not the meat, but it's the big part of this whole thing. I don't think these pictures are going to show every single accessory, but as I mentioned earlier, I do have an affiliate catalog where they listed everything out along with price points. So if you have any questions about price points, what's included in different collections and themes, please let me know, because I can double check that. I'm just not allowed to do a screen share. I wish I could. That would have been amazing, but I can't. So I'm doing the next best thing, and I will answer all of your questions. So they're doing something interesting this year as far as showcasing the accessories, in that they are actually showing a little bit of the color blends on the page where they're showing Harmony Colorful. Typically, they stick to this photo is for this theme only. Maybe because they didn't have a Harmony Colorful ring agenda cover, and because the colors coordinate, they decided to just put in the color blends. I don't know, but all of these are Harmony except for this, and then of course there are some things that are not necessarily directly related to the theme, like the pens. It looks like the snap-in bookmarks are also color blend. So just from like a design and a promotional standpoint, that's something different that they've done this year that they haven't done in the past. We won't see that as much as we go through the other pictures, but I just wanted to point that out because that is a little deviation. And that's what we do here. We point out the little nitpicky things. So first, kind of half under my head, it looks like we have a sticker book up here. This is specifically using the Harmony Colorful themes and designs. So typically they have several pages in here. I forget how many, but it's, it's more than like 3 or 4 or 5. It's like 10 plus. I don't remember the number. But usually it's a mix of foiled and non-foiled stickers. Sometimes they have something that's transparent or semi-transparent. And so, there's stickers that are designed to be used in the planner. We also have this little sticky note set. I love these little sticky note dashboards. I absolutely love them, even though I almost never clip them into my planners because I don't like the little lump. And one thing they did mention is they actually made some changes to these clip-in sticky note pads this year. This was mentioned in the affiliate town hall, in that last year it didn't fit perfectly in the A5 planners. I forget exactly what the problem was, to be perfectly honest, but one of the things they did to solve it was they moved the little tab from the side to the top. That way it fit better and clipped in. Same with the ring agenda. Maybe that's what it didn't fit in. Anyway, they've made sure that all the dashboards and the bookmarks and everything are all sized to fit both the 7x9 and the A5. Obviously the A5 was new last year, and so there were some bigger accessories that maybe were not initially designed with the A5 in mind. They've also done that for the snap-in rulers, by the way. The A5s last year, I don't think even shipped with the snap-in rulers. They said in the town hall that they ran into some issues last minute and they didn't ship it with the snap-in ruler as a result, but they've actually, I think they had to like just shorten it a tiny bit or something like that. It was like a small change, but they had to make it so that it fit in all the sizes. I don't know if the dashboards were the same, but they've made those so that the snap-in accessories and the rulers specifically fit in all the different sizes of planners, so compatibility is no longer an issue. Okay, sorry, talking a mile a minute. So looking here, we get, I think, our first full look at what the Harmony cover is going to look like. We've always had little bits chopped off, and I don't think I have a picture showing this, but in the promotional materials that I am able to look at, one thing I can see is that the difference between the version with the metallic and without the metallic obviously is these metallic strips, but they're not a different color in the non-metallic version. They're just not there. And I bring that up because I think it was last week or the week before, I mentioned that it looked like the metallic and the non-metallic versions were a little bit different in the placement, and that's the difference. So I had some time to look into that. Ooh, cat fight. So it's a little bit more, not necessarily white space, but a little bit less cluttered. If you don't want to go with the metallic route, you can kind of get a little bit of that here, but it looks like we have, I don't know if that's actually metallic or if it's just a color that's supposed to be close to the gold to pick it up. I just wanted to mention that. This, since we're over here, I'm sorry, the cats are being a little bit rambunctious, and then that's making Kiki a little bit jumpy. I always joke that I'm her emotional support human because she is a jumpy, scaredy little dog. I think that's what happens when you're 8 pounds and everyone, including the cats, is bigger than you. So this is their, I think it's called the Ultimate Planny Pack or something like that. Yeah, Ultimate Planny Pack. So they had the Planny Pack for several years, and then they redid the Planny Packs so that they opened wider, they had more pockets, they still have the little strap on the back. I don't have an Ultimate Planny Pack. I want to get one, but here's the thing. As much as I love the Planny Packs, I never really used them as Planny Packs. Just use them as little pencil pouches. So I'm like, is there a point in buying this one if I'm not going to use it for its intended purpose? But man, is it so cute. Is it so cute? I love it. Very cute. I think they have them for all of the themes. Let me just double check. We'll probably see a little bit later, but I'll just double check while I'm here and thinking about it. Yes, they do have Ultimate Planny Packs for all 3 themes. That's something else I noticed as I was looking through the affiliate brochure, is that they don't have every single accessory in every single theme. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't know off the top of my head which ones are in like what theme set, but it is possible that something you want might not be available in the specific theme you want. However, one thing they did mention is that the Harmony Neutral and the In Bloom, while they're not the same colors, they designed them with complementary colors. So the idea is that if you get Harmony Colorful and you want accessories to go with that, you can get the Harmony Colorful ones, or the color blends will also coordinate, and then also the same thing with the Harmony Neutral and the In Bloom. So the colors won't be perfect, as we can see, like these two coordinate, but the colors aren't an exact match, but they still coordinate well enough that you could use them and it doesn't necessarily look like a complete mismatch of designs or patterns and everything like that. Not that it's a bad thing if it is, but you know, if you want to stick to your aesthetic goals, sometimes we love to have everything matching, and that's one of the beauties of Erin Condren. I've said it again and again. It's a very expensive planner brand, but I love it because I love the planners. They're great quality. The paper feels amazing. They were smelling the paper in the planner, or in the affiliate town hall. Like, did this whole thing of like smelling the new planners, and some people hadn't. It was like a whole joke, but I'm just like, have I ever smelled planners before? I actually have a couple planners sitting beside me. I could, but that just seems weird and like I'd be copying them. So I think we've gone over most of this. Well, okay, so we briefly talked about the pens, and then we have the snap-in bookmarks. They do these every year, and I think they're doing them for every theme again this year, if I remember correctly. These I absolutely love. That's the one accessory I tend to get every single year, that and the sticky notes. Let us go on to our next picture. So this is In Bloom, and so this is a selection of the things that we have here for In Bloom. So we have, this is a pencil case that we have here for In Bloom. I think, do all of them have their own pencil case? I know I really didn't highlight it in the last one, but if I remember correctly, I think most, if not every theme has their own pencil case. Harmony Neutral does not, but Harmony Colorful does. So the 3 themes do, but for Harmony, it's only available in colorful, if that makes sense. So I've never used these specific pencil cases, but they look like they're, you know, slightly thicker, kind of, if you think about like the planner, I think they're called planner folios that they released a few years ago. I get the idea. It's kind of like that kind of construction, except a little bit smaller in a pencil case. As you can see, these can also be customized. We have our In Bloom sticker book right here. Does it say how many sheets there are? Because I had forgotten what it was. No, it does not. And then over here, it looks like we have a little sticky notepad. I'm not sure. Oh, is that a notepad or a dashboard? Oh, I forgot about this. This is a magnetic dashboard. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. Maybe it looks like it might be being used as a bookmark, which is very cute, very, very cute. So I might give that a try since I do like that kind of bookmark. We can, as I said, see a dashboard here. This one has notes and to-dos. That's a format we've done a few times before. Ultimate Planning Pack. We also talked about the Planner Folio. This is one of their pens. They release these every year. They're always the same like construction for the pen, and they come in a nice box, and then they have that theme on them. And then we're also seeing the In Bloom sticky notes. And while I'm not a huge person for florals in my planners, I really like it on the sticky notes. That's really, really beautiful. We're also seeing a mix, again, as I mentioned before, of In Bloom and Harmony here with the Harmony Planner Folio and then In Bloom. So it just kind of shows the whole thing, what I was saying about, you know, everything kind of coordinates, and that's something that they did, which is nice. Something else that I'll mention while I'm here, because they mentioned this at the town hall, and this is always a question I have every single year, the dimensions of the existing layouts. So that would be for the 7x9, that would be the vertical, horizontal, and hourly, as well as the A5 horizontal and the daily ones that they're doing in all the different sizes. Sorry, apparently I can't talk. None of the sizes have changed for anything that's been done before. So if you have any stickers, any sticker kits, anything, you don't have to worry about things not fitting in your new planner. I was really hoping they wouldn't make any changes. I could tell just from the layout that they didn't make any huge changes, but they did confirm that all the existing layouts have the same dimensions as previous years. So that is very important to note. You don't have to use up your kits or anything like that. Shameless self-promotion. If you love to get yourself some stickers and you want them made by myself, I do run an Etsy sticker shop. I have a few sticker kits. I also do a sticker subscription. Again, absolutely no pressure to buy anything from me. I'm happy just to have you here, but if you do want to support me and you'd love some awesome stickers in return, definitely check out my shop. I have links in the description as well as coupon codes. Trying to think if there's anything else on this page that we haven't really talked about. Have washi tapes over here. We always get a washi tape for at least a couple of the themes, so we have that. We have this check one, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if we've had anything quite like that. And it looks like we can see kind of the edge of this notepad right here. I think that's everything here that I want to address. So let's move on to the next one, because these always, I always get so rambly, and then we talk and have fun afterwards, and they just get long. So let's move along. We can always come back. We have a lot of the same accessories here, just in a different layout. We have the same planner folio, same clip-in sticky notes, where we can see kind of the bottom variety of sticky notes. Ooh, I love this page tab one that you could like put at the top or the bottom. I've used other ones as page tabs before, but I think I usually use like these sizes as page tabs. But I love that you don't have to put a ton into your planner to use it as page tab. The only downside is that you probably don't have quite as much sticky, so I don't know if it would hold quite as well. But you know, different people have different uses, and so it's nice that they have a nice variety. They usually do a long one and then some around like kind of these sizes, and then they kind of switch up the rest, which is nice. Let's see, we have the In Bloom pen, and we have the In Bloom washi tape, kind of showing some ways that it can be used. Same dashboard. We have the magnetic bookmark again. Clip-in bookmarks, more washi tape. This time we have the In Bloom ring agenda cover. And we did mention this last week, but Erin Condren also confirmed it. They are selling just the guts for the ring agendas this year. So if you have the cover from last year and you don't want to necessarily buy a new cover, you just want to buy the guts for the A5 ring agendas, you can do that. I believe they're available for all of the different layouts that is available for the ring agenda. There's also some other insert options. If I remember correctly, they have like some notes one. I want to say maybe like a budget one. I think, and I've said this a million times, I think they're missing out on an opportunity for like releasing an insert for everything under the sun. But I mean, that's just me. I'm sure that there are people who have made custom inserts for these. The only problems with the ring agendas and using custom inserts from just like anybody is that they do not have the standard 3-hole punch that a lot of people use. They have their own proprietary hole punch, and the reason why they did that is because they wanted all the clip-in accessories to fit, so they had to be standardized with the coils. But the downside is that you have to make sure when you're getting inserts that they actually fit in there. A couple of years ago, they released a hole punch for the 7x9 binder, but the holes are in slightly different spots. So you can't necessarily use that. What you could do though, is you could take a sheet of your insert for your ring agenda, put it down on whatever you want the holes in, trace out where those holes are, and then go in with an individual hole punch and punch those holes individually. Or you could just like punch it through your sample page. It's definitely more work, but it's possible. So I'm trying to say that in a like, you know, it's more work. It might not come pre-done unless it was specifically designed for the ring agenda, but it is possible to put your own inserts in, make your own holes, etc. It's just, they don't make a quick and handy hole punch. A little bit more of a look at the sticker book. I forget if those are different stickers or not, but you know, I point everything out. I think, oh, one thing I just noticed. So I think these are the same metal bookmark, and these are the two different sides. So it looks like this one has a thing for each day of the week, and then this one has priorities and to do on it. So that's cool that they're showing us both sides in that picture. Oh, you know what? I said I wasn't going to really look at the chat until later, but you know what? Bellin just said, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, by the way. The A5 is a standard ring size. I don't use those types of planners very often. I did not realize that was a standard ring size. Now it makes a little bit more sense as to why Erin Condren did not release their proprietary hole punch for it. So I stand corrected on that. And so, I mean, you still might have to get a little creative if you want to put something in it that doesn't come hole punch, but it's not nearly as much of an issue as I initially thought it was going to be. Thank you for letting me know. And I will definitely be going back over the comments after I'm done talking about the photos that we have, and I'm going to go like from the top and stuff like that. I might not go and highlight and read over every single one, but I do want to let you know that I am going to go back and look. I just know I get distracted enough without looking at the comments while I'm going through everything. And as I said, I did want to try to keep this video a little bit more on topic and than some of the casual like hangouts, let's review, go over stuff. If you were here Saturday, we had a lot of fun, but we went on a lot of tangents. So, you know, that is what it is. So anyway, the next picture I think is our last. So this is primarily showing color blends with a little bit of harmony here. So we have color blends planner. We have, I think this is the same color blends or a similar color blends dashboard that we had in the other picture where we looked at kind of the bright and colorful stuff. I could be wrong. You know what? I'm looking now and it's a two-sided. So we're seeing the other side of it. That makes a lot more sense. We have the A9 and the A5 compact vertical here. This is a sticker sheet, and I think this is like a specific sticker sheet that you can just get separately. If I remember correctly, they often do them. They have like these big washi strips and a couple of to-do lists and things like that. I found a lot of times they work really great for the monthly pages, but I'm also a sticker planner, so I often like cover my whole planner in stickers. So that's how I do things. But a lot of times these are sold separately and they don't come with the planners. One other thing they mentioned that at the town hall that I forgot to mention anything about earlier when we were talking about stickers is they clarified that all of the planners come with some type of stickers. And I forget which one it was, but last year they were having issues with stickers in one of either the ring agenda or the A5 spiral. And so they had to take them out. Maybe it was both. So anyway, they confirmed going forward that there are a few sheets of stickers, like I think they said 6-ish in the 7x9 planners. And then there's like 2 or 3 in the A5 and the ring agenda. So every planner will also get some stickers. They will be coordinated color-wise and a little bit theme-wise as well. They did mention that. Whoa. Can you see that? That's dog hair. I was just like scratching her head. She's just like sitting here looking around, little doggy. Hey, you want to say hi? In college, I did not think I was an animal lover, and now I'm surrounded by animals all the time. So there you go. Now she's perked up. She's like, oh, you got me up. Anyway, let's get back to this. So let's see, where was I? Okay, so we went over that. We can see the Harmony Colorful snap in sticky notes, and you can see how it fits in the A5. Color Blends Planner Folio, Color Blends Mini Bookmarks, Color Blends Ultimate Planning Pack, Harmony Colorful Sticker Book, Color Blends Pencil Case, Harmony, I can keep track of what the names are for all the themes now, but I'm still getting mixed up, like trying to talk about them apparently. Sticky notes, and then we have a little bit more of the washi strips. Now, we see this one that's a little check again. What's really interesting here is you see that you have like this ombre one. You have the one that's the warmer colors and the cooler colors. And so what I'm interested in, and I'm confirming right now, yeah, those are 2 different rolls of washi tape. It's not that like it changes throughout the whole color of the rainbow and they're just showing different parts in the roll. They are actually 2 different ones. So when you're using those particular washi tapes, you can decide if you want something warmer or cooler. And it looks like they come in for color blends in a set of 4. It's a 4-pack of washi tapes, and it's small, but it's $8.50. Yep. So it comes with those 4 in the pack for $8.50. Not bad at all. Erin Condren washi tapes are usually a pretty good price. I have to say, the planners, like, they are very expensive. There's a reason why they're very expensive. The paper is beautiful. I mean, Erin Condren is not a budget brand, but a lot of the accessories are very affordable, like the snap-in bookmarks and the washi tapes and things like that. Some of them are a little bit more, especially the ones that can be personalized. Obviously, if they have to spend a little bit more time making it and preparing your order, they are going to have to charge more than if they can just, you know, make like 100 plus of them and everyone just gets the same thing. But there are definitely some slightly more affordable options on the Erin Condren website. I also realized I haven't plugged my $10 off your first Erin Condren purchase link down below. So if you've never made a purchase on the Erin Condren website, I do have that link for you that will get you $10 off. I don't know if it will stack with the 15% off that you can get for signing up for the text list, but you can try. I'm all about stacking discounts and giving it a shot. I figure the worst they can say is no at checkout, but just be aware of that. You can also like test your coupon codes at checkout on the Erin Condren website and then back up and do more shopping. You can on most websites, but you can always do that to check to see if you can make your budget stretch a little bit more, and if you want to use that savings to get more stuff versus just save some money. So that's always an option for you. I think we are back to the first one here. Yep, this is the first one that we looked at. And I think we are all out of stuff to talk about, except that they are doing buy 3 accessories, save 20%. And I think in the past, you've had to buy 4 accessories to save the 20%. They're also saying that's for the LifePlanner launch week only. And for some reason, I thought that this was something that they were doing on a regular basis. Maybe it's usually buy 4 accessories, save 20%, and they're doing a special for the LifePlanner launch. But if you're wanting to do some accessories and you want 20% off the accessories, get in on that. It's 20% off the accessories, not 20% off your whole order. It would be awesome if it was, but no, it's just 20% off the accessories that you order. But, they can add up, and 20% is 20%. I'll save $1 here or there. Use it for something else, have fun, maybe pay off a bill or something. Okay, I take that back. I pay bills before I buy fun stuff, usually. So we are at the bottom of this. I did look at the email, and this time around, there wasn't anything in the email that wasn't really on the page already. So there's no point in doing a screen share with the email unless someone else finds something there that I missed. So let me go back to my webcam view. Hello, you can see my big face. And I am going to go back and look through the chat now and answer some of your questions. Do make sure to put those in the chat if you want me to address it. Also, if you just want to share your opinions about anything, I am happy to, I might not highlight it, but I might gush over it or start a conversation about one thing or another. So real fast, right at the start, Yvonne said right at the beginning, hello, perfect timing. I'm on the bus on my way home. Well, I hope that you're either having fun on the bus or you're already home. And I hope I made your bus ride a little bit more enjoyable. By the way, I forgot to mention, you saw it earlier, but I can highlight comments now. The impromptu stream I did on Saturday was to test some of this stuff, including that. It was also to test my new camera to give us better quality, but then I started up today and I could not, couldn't get it to work. So we're on my webcam again. That's okay. The other thing, I think, did I mention this at the earlier part of this stream? I also played around with some stream settings, so there's less of a delay between when I am talking and when you guys are seeing me, which makes it a lot easier to have conversations. So that's the other thing I was messing around with. I'll get the webcam, or not the webcam, I'll get the camera worked out. That is, I'm pointing up there because that's where it is. That is the camera that I can do plan with me's on. So that will allow me to do like plan with me's, and it will also allow me to show you when I do get my Erin Condren order, point it down and show you what's going on with my hands versus having to like hold it up. You'll be able to get a much, much better view. Vaughn, I just made it home. Definitely made the bus ride better. Yay! So excited. Okay, let's see. Rule number 1, again, I just want to apologize for being a couple of minutes late. I feel like I always have technical difficulties and I always like to be on time, but thank you for those of you who were here and who are here now. Anybody who was here and then had to leave, thank you too, and thank you for everybody who's watching the replay. Let's see. So Bell and Watson would love a teacher planner insert for the A5 size. That is very interesting. I know a lot of the teacher stuff has always been very focused on that 8.5 by 11. But I mean, some people either use multiple planners as teachers, or they just want something that's easier to carry around. So that's great. And the insert makes it really flexible, again, so that, you know, you can either make it into your own little teacher ring agenda, or you can, oh my goodness, sorry. Or you can just put it in like your personal one if you want to have a few pages. Give me a sec. I need some lip balm. I'm trying to heal my lips right now. I've done this I've tried a few different times, but my lips are like constantly chapped, and I'm trying a new lip balm. I'll just show you what it is since it's been working pretty well so far. I got it at Target. I know it's backwards, but hopefully you can get an idea. It is Naked Organic Lip Balm, Dr. Bronner's. I just did a Google search on how to heal dry, chapped lips because my lips are like perpetually dry and chapped, and I had like a lip balm everywhere in my house. Like I literally had one like by my bed, in my desk, at my craft table, in my purse, in my kitchen. So previously I was just using like Blistex lip balm, but Google said that one worked and I liked it, and I've been trying it, and I've also been doing a few other things. So anyway, yay, lip balm. All right. Well, number one, excited for the shop with me. I'm very excited too. I'm excited to be doing this one live because I won't be rambling to myself for an hour. I'll actually be rambling to you guys, and it won't be all rhetorical questions. It should be very fun. Ooh, you were also saying that this is your first Erin Condren launch. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. The Erin Condren launch is, I don't want to say it's like Christmas because it's like its own thing, but these are just so much fun, and I just love it. So I'm glad that you're excited and you're having fun so far. Welcome to the fam. And if you haven't already seen today, a lot of creators have posted stuff about the Erin Condren launch. Specifically, the embargo has lifted on those preview copies. So people are finally able to share their own pictures and talk about details and things like that. So if you haven't had a chance to go check that out yet, do that. I'm going to be doing that right after because, as I said, I meant to when things happened. Okay, and you were also the one who asked about the Neutral Harmony sticker book. Thank you for reminding me. So, Neutral Harmony sticker book. I don't believe from my memory that they do have a Neutral Harmony sticker book. Yes, so they do not have a Neutral Harmony sticker book, but they do have a Neutral Harmony sticker pack. And let's see, available 7x9 for $8.50 and A5 for $4.50. So I'm not sure if those are the same stickers that would come in the back of the planners. It's definitely not going to be the same variety as everything. But as I mentioned earlier, there is an In Bloom sticker book and the colors coordinate pretty well. I know it's not the same thing, but in a pinch you could do that, or you could do the Harmony, the Harmony Colorful instead. One cool thing about them selling the sticker pack separately, it looks like it might be some of the additional stickers that would be in the backs of the planners normally. But, you know, not only can you get extras if you run out, but you could always get the ones that would have come with the A7 if you get the A5 size and vice versa. So it definitely gives you a lot more flexibility there, which is awesome. Next, we have Ellen Watson. I always purchase the teacher planner, but never use it because it's so heavy. I hate carrying it around. I am the same way with carrying around planners. I also work at home, so I don't really have much of an excuse. It just sits on my desk. It's like, I don't know, 15, 20 feet to my bedroom and like another little bit to my kitchen. You can see my kitchen a little bit back there. So very, very close for me. So having it sit on my desk isn't a big deal. But I have made the complaint several years. They might have finally fixed it, but for a long time, the Life Planners said like on the go in the 7x9. Let me grab it. I still have my pile of planners near me from last week when I talked about planning and the different types of planners, and I kept them around because I'm going to do another one at some point talking about layouts. I might do that this week. I might do it another time. So Okay, they finally changed it, but it used to say somewhere around here or maybe up here, like on the go. And I'm like, okay, who carries this on the go? It's a cute planner, still gonna buy it. Who carries it on the go? So that was something I talked about and complained about for several years, and apparently they finally changed it. I'm just checking the A5. They don't say on the go there either. Okay. So yay. Yeah, I hope they do other stuff for teachers, and because it is the same size as, you know, the ring agenda is the normal A5 size, obviously with the ring configuration. You can get other teacher related inserts. They're not Erin Condren, but they are what they are. Next, Natalie is asking, what is the price of the Daily Duo? Let me go ahead and take a look at that real fast. I don't know exactly what page it's going to be on my end, so let me just take a look here. Sorry, just taking a sec. Oh, interesting. They are not, they have the prices of the accessories, but they don't have the prices, it looks like, on the page I'm looking for the planners. Maybe they're somewhere else. Sorry, give me a sec while I look through this PDF and see if the prices are anywhere else. Speaking of prices, they worded it in a really interesting way during the town hall. So let me see if I can bring up my notes real fast so that I don't completely muddle this, because it was like the way they worded it was specific, talking about price. Oh, come on. Please let me have noted this. Oh, I'm not screen sharing anymore. I can put stuff on my main screen to go through, so I'm not like looking up into the abyss on my, that's my second screen, that's my third screen. Yes, I have a 3-screen setup. It didn't start as 3 screens, it started as 2 screens. That's a whole story. I can't find, maybe I didn't write it down. Okay, so the way they worded it was no price changes for the 7x9 from last year to this year. Which makes me think that maybe there is a price change for the ring agenda on the A5, but that was specifically how they worded it. So now that I have looked up the exact wording that they gave me, let me go ahead and check the Erin Condren website real fast and see if there is a way for me to say what it is last time, so that, or see what it was last year, so that I can actually give you an answer. No, it looks like they do not have that stuff from last year potentially still up. Sorry, I don't have the answer to that question. Maybe, oh, actually, I have one more place I can look. Give me a sec. Sorry. I feel bad now because I said at the beginning that I had the prices, and now I can't. And now I'm like going back on my word for these prices. I want to say it was approximately double the price last year of the regular weekly planner. I'm sorry, I don't have a better answer. I tried. All right. Okay. Sharon says, I love how their planners smell. We talked about how they like smelled them during the affiliate town hall. I love that, like, I don't know, maybe I need to smell a planner. I'm not going to smell the A5 because it probably smells like cat barf. It has a little bit of a smell. Probably because it's a year old. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the new planners smell. Remind me to smell them. In case you weren't here Saturday, by the way, I told the story about how, like, it was more like the final nail in the coffin as to why I didn't use the A5 last year. So first off, I get it, and I see that the horizontal, because it only came in horizontal last year. Well, I think for weekly, it only came in horizontal. Anyway, it had the lines across the horizontal layout, and I'm like, I don't think that's really going to work. Got a sticker kit from somebody on Etsy, knew it probably wouldn't fit because it was designed for a different A5 Erin Condren planner. I think it was like a softbound or something like that. But I'm like, worth a shot since I'm a sticker planner. I go ahead and get that, and I'm like, trying to make this work. I'm not sure how to use this sort of thing. Leave it on my desk, wake up the next morning, and a cat has decided to barf at the hairball. So sorry, hope you're not eating. But at that point, I'm like, okay, this is the time from the universe. The A5 horizontal is not for me. So that homeschool life has a little bit of advice on if this is your first launch, you can buy it off Amazon so it's easy to return if you don't like it. You still do that 5 years later. That is a really great tip. I've looked for Erin Condren planners on Amazon, and for me personally, it is a little bit harder to find and figure out what exactly everything is just because it's on Amazon and not on the Erin Condren website and things are laid out differently. That is a personal thing for me. I want to make that very, very, very clear. Also, if you're buying on Amazon, I would just say make sure that you're not buying a previous year's planner unless that was your intention. I mean, you can cover up the dates. There's nothing wrong with that, but just make sure that you're aware of that going into it if you're buying, an older planner and you're going to have to do that for like a really, really good deal or something like that. Other thing with Amazon is that you can't get them personalized, I believe. So just be aware of that as well. Erin Condren, for a lot of the planners, does offer personalization, like putting your name on the cover. I have my full name and not my nickname, Tef, on this one. Yes, Tef is short for Stephanie. It's funny, like anything internet facing, I go by Tef, and then typically things in my real life, or if I didn't meet people online, I go by Stephanie. It's just a weird thing that kind of evolved over the year. The name like Stephanie Williams, it's a very common name, and no one has the name of Tef, so solved that problem quite nicely. Renee is asking, does the monthly planner have an 18-month version? In the past, they have done 18-month versions for the weekly and the monthly planners. The monthly version of the planner that just has the monthly pages and the note pages is not coming out as part of this launch. Usually it's a month or two behind. A lot of times it comes out within a couple of weeks of the teacher planner. I don't know how much information I'm allowed to say about the teacher planner yet. I can say it's not coming out as part of this launch. Let's see. There's an upcoming affiliate town hall where they'll give us more information. I don't want to say what date just to be safe. I know that won't be the date the embargo was lifted. And I also don't know the release date yet. And even if it was, I might still be under embargo. But I will tell you, even though anything I find out currently is under embargo, I do not know the release date. But in the past, the teacher lesson planner and the monthly planner have released within 1 to 2 months of the life planner. So like May, June-ish. So that's when I would expect both of those to release. Last week, the teacher lesson planner, not last week, last year, or maybe the year before, one of the years it released like kind of early, like in April, I think, if I remember correctly. But typically it is a little bit later. But usually what happens is when you get the new planner and you're not getting it for a calendar year, they give you the option to do an 18-month if you're buying it around this time of year. Or like if you're buying it in August, you can get like, okay, so let's say you're buying the planner in like August of 2022. You can say like, well, I want the planner for 2023, and then I can pay a little bit extra to have like August, September, October, November, December in it. Does that make sense? So that's technically not an 18-month planner, but it's like the remainder of the current year. But because of right now, we are, because of the way the launch works, it would be 18-month if you get it now. I will say I don't think Erin Condren has specifically said and confirmed that there's an 18-month, but they also have not said there's not an 18-month to my recollection, and there has been for the past several years. So I have no reason to believe there's not, I guess. Let's see. Sharon is just saying that I was talking about the pencil case. It is the same material as the folio. So they're kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but like it's like a little padded and stuff like that for those pencil cases that kind of pop up. They're not the vegan leather like the planner pack or the ultimate planny pack. They're a little bit thicker, have a little bit of little squishy almost. If you have an Erin Condren lunch bag, I actually love mine. I don't use it anymore because I don't work out of the house, but I use mine every day when I had it. Yeah, it's a good material. It is definitely sturdy, and it looks like it gives you some room to put your pencils in. Belen is talking about shipping right here. So like, how long does it take to actually get your planner? So shipping times with Erin Condren is a little bit interesting because first off, you have launch. So you have a lot of people ordering right at the same time. You also have customizations, which are going to take longer to pack the order. And then of course you also have shipping times, which right now are a little crazy, at least in the US, and Erin Condren's based in the US. So even if you're not, some of the USPS craziness is going to affect it. So in my experience, and it makes perfect sense, Erin Condren will give you a shipping estimate of when it will be shipped, and they're usually fairly accurate. Sometimes they're a day or two late. I've had mine like on the website, the status go back to like, hey, we had to reprint your stuff. And it is nice that they do a check. I don't know. I should say, now that I'm thinking about it, like if they're running late, they could say that and just like make it sound good as opposed to like, hey, we're running late. But in theory, they check everything and will reprint it if it's not done right, because it is personalized. If you order things that are not personalized, in my experience, they tend to ship significantly faster because it doesn't have to go out. But if you order one personalized thing, that's going to slow down the rest of everything. On the Erin Condren website, I believe it's if you order, I want to say like $75 or $85 worth of stuff. I forget the exact. Free shipping on orders over $78. They must have just upped it from like 75. I could have sworn it used to be 75. I could be wrong. Or maybe, no, it used to be 100 now that I'm thinking about it, because I specifically remember that. Anyway, doesn't matter. So it's free economy shipping, at least in the US. I don't remember about internationally, if you meet that threshold. And then you can also pay extra to have it shipped faster. The economy shipping, I live in Portland, Oregon. I believe almost everything ships from Austin, Texas, or at least around that area. For me, it takes about a week and a half. We know that it takes about 2 weeks to get to New York. Again, I can tell you as somebody who does sell stickers online and physically send things out, things have been taking longer in the mail to reach their destinations. So be prepared for shipping to actually take a little bit longer. If you're really excited to get your planner, you can order things that are not customized, and you'll still get the same estimated ship by date, but in my experience, typically it ships a little bit sooner. Also, the earlier you order in the launch window, the faster it's going to ship, because they're, getting more orders and they're piling and piling and piling. So all of that being said, keep in mind that the new planners don't actually start until July. So even if it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks to ship and then it's going to take 2 weeks to reach you, you're still going to get it in plenty of time to start your new planner in July. So do keep that in mind. Also, I will mention, as much as it's really fun to buy the planners at launch, and I'm not going to say don't do that, if you are working on another planner that is up at the end of the calendar year, or you're not sure about Erin Condren planners, you want to order from the website specifically for one reason or another, but you don't want to pay full price, they usually do some sort of sale around the holidays or New Year's 30% is sticking in my head. I don't know if that's correct from the past, and I don't know what they're going to do this year. But that is an option if you do want to get a little bit of a discount. Sharon is talking about how she's super excited for the launch. I feel like a kid going to the office supply store. Oh my gosh, yes. As a kid, I loved back to school shopping. I was homeschooled actually until 8th grade. So like we did back to school shopping, but there was not like the hard start to school. So it was like kind of interesting. We'd shop the sales, and then like we were the ones that would go in like the first week of school and like try to get all the stuff that was left over at like the really good prices. My mom was she still is a bargain hunter. My mom and I have a thing where like if we get something at a really good deal, we'll call each other up like, okay, guess how much I got this for? Guess how much I got off? I got a really good deal on this. So, yeah, bargain hunting. But you got to know when you are, you have to know when it's worth it to you to not hunt for the bargain, to buy the nicer thing that's going to be good quality, that's going to last a long time. I will say that. For instance, if you were to go to the Dollar Tree, like they have planners, they'll work perfectly well for organizational purposes, but they're not going to be as sturdy as, even a planner that costs $10 at Target or an office supply store, or like anywhere else, the paper is going to be very thin. You might, if you're rough on it, you might have to worry about it ripping or pens bleeding through, things like that. So it's kind of balancing that, looking for a deal with getting the quality you want or knowing what you're willing to sacrifice for that deal. All right, moving on here. Thank you for all the amazing comments, by the way. Sarah's asking, do you know who is going to review the horizontal? I do not know if anyone's reviewing the horizontal. In the past, what has happened is, and I have no reason to think that it wouldn't happen this way this year, is that the people that get chosen for the preview get to choose what they want. So if no affiliates chose the horizontal, then in theory, it's possible no one got it. I will ask around and see if anybody got the horizontal. And if so, if they'll let me use their pictures on Thursday when we are going through the info that I got from the affiliate town hall and just kind of talking about this again. I always feel like I have something different to say a couple of days later with these sneak peeks after I've like let it sink in and kind of come to my final conclusions. Whereas this, even though like I looked at everything earlier today and I had a couple of hours, it's still maybe not my first impression, but it's like my second impression. It's not like I've thought of it and chatted with you guys, and I always get so many good ideas from you guys. So there's a lot of times that I change my opinions after I hear what you have to say. That Homeschool Life brings up a very good point. The teacher planner is great for people that aren't just teachers. So for homeschool, it can be awesome. I said this in the comments last week, but I want to bring it up again. Homeschool as a word is different than home space school. I don't know, that like, I had to explain this to so many people at the beginning of the pandemic, and it's just something I'm very passionate about because being homeschooled, no space, is a very different experience than doing virtual school. Not saying that virtual school is like really bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's a different experience and that I'm like a weird stickler. The teacher lesson planner is also really great if you have a bunch of different categories in your life that you want to be able to section out, but you don't want to have to add stickers every single time. I don't have a teacher lesson planner with me. I've gotten them a couple times in the past for review, but they have all gone to people that can use them, and I'm not getting one this year. Again, I missed the deadline. This one I only missed by a couple days, but they changed the process. It used to be, I guess it was like smaller and fewer affiliates. It used to be that they like reached out if they chose you. Now you have to apply by, I think it's the 4th of the month. And so I just wasn't on my game and I didn't apply. But I also know that, for teacher lesson planners, especially, as much as I love looking through them, I want those to go to people that are teachers or homeschool. Like that makes just a lot more sense as far as review purposes go. But because I also wasn't chosen for that, like I didn't get to see like the list of what I could choose because I was getting a preview copy. Does that make sense? because typically if you get chosen from one of those things, they send you a list of what the new options are even before the information gets released to all of the other affiliates. I'm happy to explain more if you're interested. I can't share any screen shares, but I'm happy to describe the process for anybody who is interested. Let's see. You have an excellent point. I feel like I'm jumping around a lot because of the way I'm doing this. I hope it's not too complicated for you guys to keep up, but talking about, you know, how they used to say on the go in the planners and now they don't. So saying on the go, the definition has kind of changed. I don't think my mom ever had her calendar in her purse. I remember she had a little Rolodex and that's where she kept all her phone numbers, but it wasn't the kind of thing she kept in her purse. I think she still has it somewhere. I actually saw, this is like completely off topic, but I saw somebody on a 3D printing channel on YouTube 3D print a Rolodex. And that one specifically was used for like swatches for 3D filaments. I don't do 3D printing myself, but I find it so fun to watch. I'm actually, like, I feel like I'm halfway between a nerd and a girly girl. It's like a weird in between that, that I feel like I exist in. So like I have like my, you know, like crafty nerdy side. I play D&D and video games. I'm obsessed with Animal Crossing right now. I like just picked it back up last week and I restarted my island. I'm obsessed. Love to hear about if anybody else is a nerd, maybe even playing Animal Crossing. Maybe we can do something like, you know, go to each other's islands. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. But yeah, it's really funny because like on YouTube, I did beauty for a while, then I did lifestyle, and I do planners. Like it's definitely like not girl stuff because like the planner community doesn't exclude guys by any means, but you tend to get more women in the planner community than guys. And so, yeah, it's a weird dichotomy I've always kind of existed in. I volunteered with an anime convention for years. That was actually a pretty good split of girls and guys, though. So that wasn't like a specific guy thing. But, yeah, I was kind of entrenched in nerd culture for quite a while. And I always say my inner child is a 10-year-old tomboy. So I forget exactly where that came from. But now you know a little bit more about me, apart from being an animal lover and a planner lover. This is really interesting. Using cloth and paper inserts for A5 to create something more compact for work. So I'm thinking like you're only putting the pages like in the A5 planner, maybe like a ring agenda or something that you need. That is a very good idea for something. Oh yeah, you said that right after, you know, for the ring agenda. That's a really great idea for carrying stuff around. It is definitely a lot more thrown together, but I've heard of people using the like binder rings or whatever they are in a pinch to, you know, instead of a binder or something like that. So if you're ever in a situation, if you're ever in a situation where you need something even smaller, but you don't want to get a completely different planner for whatever reason, either because it's temporary or you don't want to switch back and forth, then you can you can buy a thing of those little ring clips fairly cheaply at an office store. Let's see. Oh, Lynn jumped in here in the comments in case you missed it. The Daily Duo is $89. I'm assuming that's for the 7x9 version. I believe, yeah, they're also doing an A5 version. I forget if they did that last year or not. Okay, let me just double check to make sure I'm not hallucinating. Oh no, they're not doing, wait, huh. Oh yes, yes, they are doing an A5 Daily Duo. Whew. I don't know what that price is. Maybe we can see in the comments. I don't know. And they were talking about how the ring agendas were $89 last year as well. So we were talking about that. Let's see. Lynn mentioned end of May. Was this for the teacher lesson planner in previous years? If so, that is an excellent thing to know. Based on the information I have, mostly just about the fact that there's a affiliate town hall coming up, my guess is that they would release the teacher lesson planners middle to end of May. So I don't know the exact release date, but that would be my guess. Let's talk about some inserts. So, you can buy more inserts for the ring agendas now and make a Frankenplanner. And also, not only Frankenplanner from just Erin Condren, but also use a lot of other inserts. You could also use the Erin Condren inserts in a different cover, which is another awesome option that is available. And I mean, that is something really, really cool about the ring agenda. So yeah, lots of cool stuff about doing the inserts. I hope Erin Condren continues to do the inserts. Let's talk about the binder though. I just remembered this. I think this came up a few days ago and I'm like, I can't say anything yet. I can talk about it now. Okay. So this actually was asked at the town hall last week. Actually, I think it was asked by me. What is going on with the LifePlanner binder? Because if I remember correctly, it was this year, yeah, it's only being offered as daily. And you're not able to choose vertical or horizontal or hourly or anything like that you have in previous years. So apparently what happened is it did fairly well when it came out, but when they released the A5 ring agenda, almost everybody who was using the binder switched to the A5 ring agenda. I mean, I don't know if that's like the actual numbers, but the interest for the binder went down significantly. So the way they put it is they're focusing on other things and they have to not do everything. They can't offer every option, even though it is very customizable. And so they kind of had to sacrifice that. And that was, the binder, the 7x9 binder stuff was just not selling as much. So they dropped it from the lineup. I will say, as somebody who doesn't use a binder, I'm kind of annoyed just from the fact, I mean, this is completely personal for me. I have been wanting inserts for the binder, not only because I think that you should have been able to like have a bunch of different inserts and, do all this different stuff or just get the guts of the binder like we're getting for the ring agenda this year, but also as somebody who runs a sticker shop on Etsy, it would be handy to be able to, save $10 and just order the guts if I just need it for like designing purposes. Because even though I don't make stickers that are specifically sized for everything in the Erin Condren lineup, it's nice to get stuff so I can test it and just kind of see how it works. So that is something to mention. Let's go back to Amazon for a minute because Sarah brings up some interesting stuff. So shipping is even slower on Amazon for Erin Condren stuff, by the way. I ordered washi and it never came. So I canceled the order. So it's been a long time since I've looked for Erin Condren stuff on Amazon. So full disclosure there, I am not up on what's going on by any means. Just a minute. I can tell I'm about to sneeze. Sorry about that. Trying to get a thing up, but Chrome has decided it hates me. Whoa, it really hates me. It's like freaking out. Come on. I was going to try to look it up. So, I mean, when you're ordering on Amazon, you could be ordering from a third party. You could also be ordering from Erin Condren as a company themselves. And I have experience with Amazon and ordering from, other companies versus ordering on that company's website, not with Erin Condren specifically, but that's how I started ordering my sticker paper for my stickers. I started buying them on Amazon, and then I ended up switching to the company's website. I get online label sticker paper for anybody who's curious if you do like printables or want to make your own stickers or anything. So if you're buying from a third party on Amazon, of course, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. There is always the possibility that it's not going to be genuine, or sometimes there's like different supply chain stuff or, other stuff that can be going on. But you can also order directly from the company a lot of times on Amazon. Like the company themselves will have an Amazon store. And so there are a couple of different ways that can happen. And it looks like, from my, again, very brief search, it looks like Erin Condren does have like a setup like on Amazon. They have an Amazon store with their lineup and stuff like that. So you can order directly from Erin Condren on Amazon, but it's very common, even if they're like, oh, we do Prime shipping, that it's not going to be the normal like 2-day Prime shipping. Amazon fees are also 15%, which is a lot higher than if you run your own website. Obviously, when you run your own website, you have to pay for the site and the hosting and all that sort of stuff. And I have no idea what a big company like Erin Condren would pay for that. But for payment processing, they're probably paying around, my guess would be 2.5% to 3% to process each payment. So, I mean, we're looking at least a 10% price difference in like how much profit they're getting when they make a sale. I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy on Amazon to like support the company, because Amazon and marketplaces drive traffic for companies. I mean, I sell my stickers primarily on Etsy, which is a marketplace, and I've been thinking about going on Amazon as well. So like, I don't want to say like, oh, Amazon like charges sellers too much. It's actually, in the grand scheme of things, one of the, maybe not the cheapest, but it's kind of, it's more around average than high, if that makes sense. And there's a whole thing with Etsy raising their prices. I won't go into it too much now unless anybody is interested, but like with sellers talking about that. So I had to do a lot of research myself for my own business and price things out, which is why I know the numbers right off the top of my head. Amazon also charges like $40 a month to list your stuff on Amazon if you're not a handmade seller, but for a company like Etsy, that's like nothing. So that's negligible at least. But my point is that because the whole process is different, it's possible that it also goes through a different fulfillment on Erin Condren's end as well, or it's possible that somehow things are not as seamless because they're coming from a different spot. So anyway, that is my whole thing about Amazon. I cannot specifically talk to like that particular shipping situation. What I will say is that I've had issues with Amazon before. I should say issues with products that I've gotten on Amazon before, and they've always been really great in helping me out. And I will also say I don't have that much in the way of stickers on Amazon, but I've been looking into it and I've had to contact customer support a couple times. Amazon is excellent for seller support. They have like a whole handmade seller team that like knows the ins and outs, and like they give special stuff to their handmade sellers because they're trying to promote that. And so like I will give it to Amazon on that. Like say whatever you want about anything else. Like there's a lot of stuff about Amazon I don't want to get into right now, but I will say that at least for handmade sellers, they have pretty good support. I've also called the main seller support line and they weren't quite as good, but they were still pretty good. And they have a lot of, different other stuff going on the back end. If you're interested, you also have the ability to return it easily if you decide that you don't want the planner, as was mentioned earlier. So if you're not sure if you're going to keep the planner, that is a really great option, because I don't think Erin Condren, the website, offers returns. I think Staples also sells the Erin Condren planners, but they probably don't get them right when they launch. I also don't know if Amazon updates, or if Erin Condren updates their planners on Amazon right when they launch. That will be very interesting to take a look at. I hadn't even thought about it. So, all right. Moving on here. This is a really excellent point. So you're talking about how it's stressful that the teacher plans release so late, with a lot of the schools starting in July in the South, and especially because Erin Condren shipping can take a while sometimes. That is a really good point, and I did not think of that. I know that some schools start in July, but in my area, schools don't start until after Labor Day weekend. And so for us, it's a good month or two after a lot of the earlier schools. So for like, it's no big deal in my area. So that's something I didn't specifically think about as far as the timing goes. And it's probably not affecting the academic planners as much. Those usually, if I can remember correctly, those usually come out around that same time that the teacher planner and the monthly planner come out. But I want to say they're a little later. But I mean, teachers, especially with a lot of the stuff going on and potential like regulations and things like that, are having to start planning earlier and earlier. So hopefully, again, I don't have the release date. Like if I have the info and can't say anything about it, I will be honest with you guys. In this case, I do not have that info. But as soon as I do have it and can bring it to you, I will. And hopefully it will come out. As we mentioned, get it not personalized. And then I often end up paying like the $5 extra on the Erin Condren website or whatever it is to just upgrade my shipping so that it takes like 3 to 5 days instead of 7 to 10, I think is what it is. For me, I usually justify it by saying, well, I'm on YouTube and I have to be able to review it and, I want to get it as soon as possible. But, sometimes it's nice to just kind of have that peace of mind that you are getting the upgraded shipping. And as far as upgrade shipping costs goes, especially for how heavy it is, it's actually not that bad. I was actually really surprised to find out how much things actually cost to ship once I started my own Etsy shop. So that is something. Sharon mentions that shipping is a waiting game. So very, very good point. I'm going to go back here. Cosmic Cookie. Did I miss a bit of oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Did I miss where you said they're updating the size of the ruler to fit both sizes? Yes, they are updating the ruler to fit both sizes. It's going to be the same ruler for both of them. It's not going to be a different ruler that goes in the 7x9 and the A5. They're updating the ruler, the Erin Condren ruler, to fit both sizes. This is interesting. Going back to Amazon a little bit, they always get Amazon stuff in a few days. Erin Condren website takes longer for production and shipment. Partially that is because the website, you have the customization side of things, whereas you don't have that on Amazon. The other thing with Amazon that I don't want to get into the weeds of Amazon right now. I'm happy to if anybody wants to discuss it, but I don't want to bore you. But with Amazon, sellers have a couple of different options as far as how they want to ship their items. You can either ship them directly from your place, your business, or you can send them into Amazon and they can be fulfilled by Amazon. And that's usually where the 2-day shipping that Prime members get comes in. You'll see items that say they're on Prime, but actually take longer to ship. And that is because the company themselves is shipping them, but they have decided to offer the free Prime shipping as an incentive to customers, even though they're not paying the storage and fulfillment costs to Amazon to actually handle that. Now I'm a little curious though, if the thing with the washi tape, if it was somehow like a third party or someone just like trying to sell off their washi tape, or if, what have you. But yeah, it seems like there's a lot of inconsistency with Amazon. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that and hear what you guys have to say. Moving on here, because we're over an hour and a half. I'm having fun, guys. I just don't want to make this incredibly long. And I will also say that I, believe it or not, I'm an introvert. And so while I love being on here with you guys, and I wouldn't change it for the world, I often get off of the calls and I'm like stimulation overload. It's like a really weird thing because I want to come on and chat and hang out with you guys. And then I get off and I'm like, oh my God, that was so much fun. But like now I just need to like do nothing. So that's a me thing. But yeah, I just don't want this to go on forever because I'm not currently on stimulation overload, but I don't want to get too far down that, if that makes sense. That's why I will never probably stream like 8 hours a day like people on Twitch do. Anyway, talking about bundles for the A5. So I actually think in the little thing that Erin Condren gave me, they have info on bundles. So let me go ahead and see what is here. So it looks like in the bundle page that they gave me, they have a Harmony Colorful bundle for $85 that has a LifePlanner, pen, 4-tape washi set, snap-in bookmarks, and I think that's a dashboard. I can't quite see. It's a picture. It's not a list of everything that's in it. They have the same sort of thing for Harmony Neutral, and it looks like these are the 7x9, but it doesn't specifically specify. So they have the same thing for Harmony Neutral, In Bloom, and Color Blends. Oh, actually, Color Blends is a little different. It looks like there's not one of the like nice pens that come in its own box, so it looks like it's a 6-pack of colorful, I'm guessing fine point pens. So that one's the planner, 4-piece washi set, snap-in bookmarks, dashboard, and the pen set. And then they have a mega accessories bundle. Comes with a dashboard, sticker book, ultimate planning pack, snap-in bookmarks, snap-in sticky notes, 4-piece washi set, and they have In Bloom mega accessories bundle, which comes with a snap-in dashboard, sticker book, ultimate planning pack, snap-in bookmarks, snap-in sticky notes, and washi. So basically the same thing. It looked different for some reason when I was looking at it. So I was like, oh, I'll list everything off for both. So at least there, it does not look like they are doing bundles for the A5. It is possible that they are, and they just aren't in this. Or maybe it's something that they will release in a couple of months. So, sorry. Vaughn's asking, do the planners launch the store on the 25th too? Great question. I do not know. I assume so, but I don't know for sure. I do know that the stores are doing an affiliate preview night tomorrow night, where affiliates can go in, look at the new planners, take photos and videos and things like that. I don't live near a store. They're only doing it in Irvine, California. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And Houston, Texas stores. And I live in Portland, Oregon. So alas, I am not going to be able to do that. But let me see if I can find her name. So I mentioned that I was able to chat with somebody in the affiliate group that they have on Facebook for us affiliates. And I put out a call for anybody who would let me like use their photos and stuff so that I could show you photos that weren't just like the really pretty promotional photos. Like, I feel like not only do you see different things, but you get an idea just what it will look like in real life when it's not all like perfectly lit up in a studio, you know? Because like, I don't know about your home, but even with me filming at my home, it's not perfectly lit up like a studio. So, anyway, so I asked if anybody who got preview copies would be willing to let me use their pictures. I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the thing, that I meant to look through stuff earlier today, and she posted a video and she said I could take some screen grabs of it. And I just didn't have a time because some tax stuff came up. Yay, taxes. At least it's done for the year. Anyway, so I mentioned that on Thursday, we're going to go through my notes from the town hall in more detail, even though I've mentioned some of the stuff here. And then we're also going to take a look at her, you know, her stuff that she's allowed me to use. And I'm forgetting what her name is right now. I'm trying to look it up. I'm sorry, because I do want to give her credit, and I'm definitely gonna link her. But she made a YouTube video. Oh my God, where is this? You know, where she's going through things, and I think she got the A5 compact vertical as well as the 7x9 daily duo, if I remember correctly. I don't want to like open it because it's going to start playing. So give me a second to figure out how to give you her name, because I definitely want to give her credit. Oh, so where all of that was coming from was that she is going to one of those nights, and she was kind enough to say that I could take a look at her footage and I could share some stills from it with you guys. So even though I will not be at the affiliate night, we have access to somebody who will be. So huge thank you. Okay, so this is Planners, Travels, and Dreams is the name of the channel. She posted a video. It's almost an hour long, so lots of good chunky content in there. And again, I haven't had a chance to do the whole thing, but just looking through the preview, it looks like she's doing a flip through. So much information on the planners that she got sent. I'm really excited to go through it and take some screenshots because there's a lot of great info. But definitely go ahead and check that out if you want to check it out before Thursday. I love having planner stuff on the background while I'm like working or doing stuff, or while I'm washing the dishes and I have like an eye on it on my phone or whatever. I also hate dishes, so that's just me. Definitely check that out. Let's see. Going back to shipping here. So things can either ship really quick or take forever on the EC site. Same for HP. Good to know. I don't have any HP products currently, but good to know. I've had that experience too, and as I said, if you don't get stuff that's personalized, that definitely helps stuff getting shipped out faster on the EC site, but it isn't perfect. And also, the sooner you order after launch, and there's less of a backlog that builds up, and that helps too. I want to say it was three-ish years ago, something like that. I didn't get a preview copy from Erin Condren, but they gave me they gave me a $100 gift card for my shopping trip, like they're doing this year. And that year, they didn't give me the code for until a couple of days after launch, and so I was waiting to film my video until I got the code. And then even after I filmed my Shop With Me video, something came up and I didn't check out for a few hours after I filmed the video or something. And the shipping estimate like moved out 3 days just in that time. And it moved out a while between like the Monday it released and the Tuesday that I filmed it, which just goes to show how many people order these things early. So during those really busy times, if you can order early, it's going to take a lot less time to ship. When I bought my first Erin Condren planner, I want to say it was like back in 2017, it took like 3 weeks to ship, but I also bought it during October, which is just the start of the holiday season. So, and I also got it personalized, which means it took longer. Lynn mentions that Target has Erin Condren. I didn't know that. That is awesome. I love Target. There's one right down the street from the post office, and they're also building one 5 minutes away from me, which is very dangerous. Happy Place Planning has a Google Doc of what others have. I'm assuming you're talking about the affiliates that got the preview copies. She linked it on Instagram, and I will definitely check that out. Thank you for telling me, and you guys can check about that as well. Looks like I'm going to give a shout out to Animal Crossing. I know Sharon's probably not here, but good night. I hope your headache feels better soon. Let's see. So let's go back to talking about the binder and the coil. I could have sworn that last year when they introduced the A5, they also introduced an 8.5 by 11 coil. And if I remember correctly, the A5 was horizontal only last year, and the 8.5 by 11 coil was vertical only. And I guess it didn't sell very well because they didn't do it this year. So, Sarah is asking, what time Eastern does the Insider launch start? That is an excellent question. I don't have a great answer for you because we, or at least I, as of right now, do not exactly know when the Insider launch starts. They've done it several different ways over the years, but my guess, based on the last couple of years, is that they will make the new planners live on the site sometime around midnight, 1, 2 a.m. Pacific time, because that's the time zone I'm in. So again, that's a complete guesstimate. I have no inside information on the exact time, so I cannot guarantee anything. A benefit of them not announcing the time is that you don't have a huge rush to the site all at the same time when everything launches, which means the site is less likely to crash. So even though as consumers, it is really annoying not to know what time to go and check it out, it's actually better from an experience standpoint. So what I would do is, since you're in Eastern time, like, when you get up, just start taking a look at the site. Unfortunately, I don't have a better option for you. In the past, when it's launched, you can just click on the LifePlanner thing on the website and it will take you there. And anybody can see it, but you have to be an Erin Condren insider apparently to check out. That's what I've been told by customer service in the past. Again, I don't know exactly how they're going to do it this year. There have also been years where the Erin Condren affiliates got the link in their email and you had to use that email link. There was no way to get to it from the website. Good news of all of this, though, is that if it does release, sometime late at night, chances are I will still be up because my body has a weird whacked sleep cycle and wants to go to bed between 3 and 4 a.m. That's why I sleep in so late. So if I'm awake and somewhat functioning, even if I'm delirious and, basically as long as I'm somewhat functioning and somewhat presentable looking, I plan to do a real quick, hey, it's live and, let's drool all over its stream. And as part of that, I will put a link in my description. So you don't have to play the whole guessing game. I cannot guarantee that's going to go up right when it launches though. So just because my stream is not live or up, don't assume it hasn't launched, but that is something that I do plan to do if I'm up and functional. But it could release at 5 a.m. my time, in which case I will probably be dead to the world. So there are a lot of things that go into that, but I will also be doing that shop with me at 2:30 p.m. Hopefully 2:30 p.m. Pacific, which if I remember correctly, Eastern is 5:30. I haven't set up the event yet because I haven't done the thumbnail, but once I do, it will auto-translate into your time zone. But it will be the same time that today's was. It gives me enough time to sleep in with my whacked sleep schedule and get up and actually be presentable, and not presentable, but functioning, a functioning human being by the time I come on stream. So, good deal. I'd say I wasn't at 100% today functioning wise, apparently, with all the last minute stuff and the tech issues. Yeah, definitely knocked me on my butt, but we recovered and we had a lot of great conversation going on here. So yeah, sorry I don't have a more concise answer for you about what is going on, but hopefully that at least gives you some idea of what to expect, and I will do my best. Maybe what I can do is, if I'm not going to do a stream, maybe I could at least just do a post. That way, if it's at 3:30, I probably wouldn't do a stream. 3:30 a.m. my time. Probably wouldn't do a stream, but I could at least post in the community tab. So that is another option. And again, once it goes live, I will just grab the link, take the guesswork out. Full disclosure, when I do grab the link, I will make it an affiliate link. So I will get commission if you decide to use my link. Just again, full disclosure, full transparency. But I will make it available and make it as easy as possible if I'm up and it goes live later, or might go live at 10 a.m. Yeah, we just don't know. I can only take my best guess. That is something I do not have any inside info on. Sorry, hair in my mouth. I think we are out of comments, and I think I'm out of things that I want to talk about. We are almost at 2 hours. I'm just going to give you another minute or so if anybody has any last thoughts that they want to add in here about what they think about everything that went on today. And of course, we're going to have more time to talk about this on Thursday because we're going to be doing another stream on Thursday where we're going to talk about this again, go over all the notes that I have from the affiliate town hall and go into some different things, as well as review the stills that we have from the video from Planners, Travels, and Dreams. Make sure to go ahead and check out her video with her flip throughs. Again, I haven't watched it through, but it looks so cool. And just being able to see everything that is, you know, being launched like in the hand of like an actual person who's going to use them, and not, as I said, like as much as I love the beautifully lit studio photography, I want to see it in the wild, you know. It's the beauty of planning. All right, I'm not seeing any more comments in the chat coming in. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but as I said, we've been going for 2 hours and it's been a long time. It's been fun, but it's been a long time. So if you have anything else that you want to say, any questions, any comments, anything like that, please leave them in the comments down below. And in fact, if you remember on Saturday, was it on Saturday? No, maybe it was last week. I forget. At the end of one of them, I forget which one. At the end of one of them, I said, oh, I'll come up with a little secret word that we can put in the comments at the end. So you can like signal to me that you made it to the end. We used to do this on my channel and it was a lot of fun just to be able to like see it, but like because it was our little code, no one else knew that you made it to the end. Obviously I can see people that are here live, but people are going to be watching the replay, and you know, it's a lot of fun for them. So I know I said I'd think of something good. I didn't. So what I want you to do is, if you are here at the end, whether you're here live or not, in the comments, not the chat, the comments, leave a comment. It can talk about the Life Planners in any way you want, but make sure you put Life Planner, all caps. And that's how I know you made it to the end. And I will keep an eye out for that. And yeah, it's just a little fun thing. Also, if you want to support this video, please give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. I have dog hair on my thumb. You do not have to have dog hair on your thumb to give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I would really appreciate that. That helps the channel and the video out a lot and shows YouTube that you like my content. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and pressing that notification bell. I will see you guys next time. Yeah, sorry, I suck at extras. I suck at endings. I'll get better, I promise. But thank you so much. It has been a blast. Bye, everyone.